Hey everybody, welcome back to the program. Thanks for joining with me today. Well, I got another little project we need to do. I got a call from a gentleman who said he was referred to me by another gentleman I did a job for, and he asked me if I'd be willing to pinstripe an ice chest for him. And I said, yeah, sure, bring it on over. So he did, and this is the ice chest right here. Nice little Chevy ice chest. He said he painted it, and he did a really nice job on it. And he did the logo on it already, and I'm going to touch up around the sides of it and make it a little more crisp and sharp. But I've already started on the lettering on it that he wanted done, and maybe I'm going to do one of the lettering and show you how I do mine. And then he just wants the face of this pinstriped and the other side the same way, and he said that's all he wants to do. And I said, great, we can definitely do that for you. So I'm going to go ahead and get my other camera set up and get my brushes going, and we'll come back and I'll show you how I do one of these letters and what brush I use. All right, I'll see you in just a bit. All right, everybody, well, I've got my brush out, got a little bit of paint here on the paper, but I'm going to show you what brush that I'm going to be using. This is, let's see if I can bring this into focus. This is Steve Kafka's #1 brush. Whoops. That I'm going to be using. This is a great little brush to use because you can really get a nice point on it, which you're going to need for these raised letterings. So I'm going to go ahead and palette this up just a minute, but I want to show you that I also use Smooth Stroke from Steve Kafka. I've got it in a little bottle here that's got an eyedropper in it. And all you need to do is put a drop on there, and I'll tell you, it really keeps this paint smooth. Does away with any fish eyes or anything like that that happens. So just pouting this brush up, and I'm going to use just the tip of this brush into my mineral spirits. I don't want a whole lot because I don't want to thin this paint down a whole lot, because what you want to do is with this raised lettering, you don't want this paint flowing down into the bottom round part of the letters. So then I just take a dab off the top of it so I get that nice sharp point. And let me turn this camera around so we can see this. Straightening this camera up just a little bit. There we go. Right there. And just a little more powdering. I'll just get it right down to a nice tip on it, because you just want to stay up on top of these letters. And I'm just going to do this H, and I just want to stay right up on the top. Another thing that you really need here is you need really good lighting so that you can see the tops of them and where it starts to slope down in. So you can just stay right on the top. So what I do is I kind of just get the top part going and the bottom, staying right up on it. Make my lines really nice like that. Touch that one up just a tad more. I'll keep paleting just the tip, but like I said, that's all you want to use is just the tip of this thing. And now I'm going to do through the center where the H is. And you're just looking at it, trying to keep it all straight on each side, about the same width in between here. Now, I'm going to shift around here a little bit. Now what I want to do is I'm just going to take the tip and do the outside lines here. Just kind of outlining it. Like like that. Then we'll do the other side. I'll show you a little something here in a minute that I use to do touch-ups if you go down inside the bottom part of it. Once you get that, you just start filling it in. And some letters are easier to do this to, like the H is a little bit easier. That's why I chose this one, so you can see it a little bit better. Some of the other ones are a little more difficult. And I can see I missed up there, right down there. Kind of the brush, I'm putting it down below it and kind of pushing the paint up onto it instead of trying to get right on top of it. You're trying to keep the same fatness on everything, same width, and try to keep your tops the same way. You know, you can go back. That's why this brush is so great for doing this, because I'm just got a nice sharp point, and it just allows me to stay right up on the top. Really does some real nice finesse work with this brush. I'll thicken this line across the bottom just a little bit more. There we go. That's looking a little bit better. And now I go back and got some little frays going up there. So all you're doing is just going back and just kind of smoothing them out. Trying to stay off the side here. When you're off the side, you can see the bottom part of the letter. You can see where it slopes down. So that's why you want to have good lighting. It'll make your job a whole lot easier. Right down. I'm gonna catch up to it right there. Now here I'm going to show you what I use. Let me get a new one out of here. I buy these at Hobby Lobby, and what they are is they're like little Q-tips, but they're wound really tight, and they have little points on them. And they come in two sizes. There's another size that's smaller than this. I didn't bring one out. I got some in there. But they're really nice for doing touch-up work. So let me do something and I'll show you what I mean. Let me mess this line up right here. Let me come down here like this and kind of, oops, I went out to the outside. I hope you can see that right there. I pulled it, then I went down on the bottom of the line a little bit. And all you have to do is just take the very tip of that thing, go right down there like that, kind of wipe it off, go around, and you can go in there and just clean that right up like that. So this is the brush I use. I'm going to go clean this up just a little bit more, but I wanted to show you how I do these raised letterings and what brush I use. So I hope this has helped some of you if you ever do raised lettering. And I'm going to go ahead and get a design laid out on this, and we'll come back in another video and I'll show you the design, and we'll go ahead and pinstripe it. So we'll make this a two-part video. All right, you all take care, and we'll see you in the next video.